What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge. I'm your host, Allan Bell. We've got a fantastic show made up for you this Saturday morning. But before we do that, let's get to how we did on Friday here. Pretty strong day here. Look, see you coming through. Got a push on the Rangers game, coming through with his golf. Maestro had a ride out, had the Marlins there. Snyder, 2 out of 3. 3 out of 3 start with college baseball there. Mike McClure hitting his Major League Baseball. And EC with the parlay win, although one of them got scratched. So we had to drop it down just a bit, but still, our man came up for it there. All right, but you know what? Enough about that. Friday's a good day. We loved it, but we got to do this again on Saturday. So let's bring in the stars of the show. Get this thing fired up. And we have a surprise for you. A special guest, Allie, the Ice Queen. How we doing?
Doing well. I think everyone can tell by my shirt what day it is. So I'm super excited.
I love it. Yeah, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to do it and get into it. So, Allie, I'm going to throw it right to you. It's your day. Break it down. What do you got?
Yep. So I'm going to go with the Vegas money line minus 130. I'm not sure what it's at now, but it should be around there still. But the Panthers, they've never been able to pick up a win in Vegas. So they've lost 5 straight there ever since Vegas has been created. So I think we have an unexpected yet really good goalie matchup between Sergei Bobrovsky and Aiden Hill. But so while this game really could go either way, because I'm kind of thinking it'll be on the low scoring side, I just really think that Bobrovsky is going to be the one to kind of crumble, and the Panthers defense really hasn't been very present. I think they're mostly relying on huge scoring if they want to win the games, and I don't think Vegas is going to let that happen. And I think Aiden Hill, who's just really eager to prove himself, kind of show he's definitely a Stanley Cup playoff level goaltender. So I think that Vegas will get that 6th straight win, and I think minus 130 is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is, right? And I'll tell you what, I've got to play on this game as well, and I'll break it down in a minute, but it's pretty much aligned exactly with what you just broke down. I mean, I think Vegas has an absolute specific blueprint of how they go about winning games. And yes, I mean, big game Bob. I mean, dude, he's been a monster between the pipes for Florida, but you know what? This Vegas team ain't no joke, man. That offense is for real. So, yeah, we'll talk about that one here in just a second. But, Mags, I'm going to throw it over to you, man. You got a couple of Major League Baseball plays for us, bro. Break it down. What you got?
Yes, sir. Well, happy to be here on this gorgeous Saturday, at least in New York. It's getting nice here. And a few plays here that I like. So first off, I'm going to go to a play that I put out on the website earlier this morning, and some of the odds are dipping a little bit on the number I took, but it's the Dodgers money line at plus 110 tonight. I like the Dodgers. I think the wrong team is favored in this matchup. I know we have Garrett Cole going for the Yankees, but as a Yankees fan, I've sat there through all of his starts in May. And when you look at the home runs he's given up, 8 home runs in his last 5 starts. He's given up 5 or more runs in 4 of those 5 starts. He just has not looked the same in May. Now, maybe he can turn the page in June. He's a West Coast kid, so he's out on the West Coast pitching for against the Dodgers today. But just in my opinion, the number should have been flipped probably. I think the Dodgers should be favored here. Some of these Dodgers have good numbers off of Cole. And when you look at the other side, Michael Grove, I'm not fully convinced he's a major league ready arm just yet. But in the minors, when he went back down, he actually has performed well. And his major league numbers are inflated due to just one blow up start where he went 3 1/3, gave up 9 earned. So I think that the Yankees lineup is more susceptible to, for Grove to have a good day than Cole against the Dodgers lineup. And so I'll take the Dodgers there plus 110. It's still around there, plus 105, even plus 100 right now. But that number I'm sure is going to go down. And then secondly, I do have a couple more plays here in Major League Baseball. The first one I'm going to look at is Patrick Sandoval under 4.5 strikeouts here. We went actually against him last time he pitched under 17.5 outs. I like that number again today. But the 4.5 strikeouts is where I was attacking. And just, Patrick Sandoval, honestly, I don't think he's a very good pitcher. Just in total, I don't think he's a very good pitcher. And then when you have him going up against Houston, a team that, they've been kind of middle of the road or towards the lower third of MLB teams in terms of strikeouts this year. Sandoval going up against this team, I think they're going to hit him tonight. And, we've seen Houston as they're at home. They're kind of starting to get things going, and they're a team that I want to back. So I'm going to take them not to strike out tonight against Patrick Sandoval. We got that one on FanDuel minus 145. And then lastly, this play's moving. So if you want to get it, I would head over to PointsBet as soon as possible. It's also on Bet Rivers at this 5.5 number. It's Andrew Heaney over 5.5 strikeouts tonight. He went for 7 last time against Seattle. Now he's at home. And I am so much a proponent of pitchers like things to be in a routine. They like things to be the same, and they want to perform well when they're being cheered, right? So for me, when I look at Heaney, he's now going to head back home here after he actually had spent 3 of his last 5 starts on the road. He's going to head back home. His last start at home was really good. He went 6 innings and had 5 strikeouts against Colorado. Then he went to Baltimore. He went 7 strong innings, but only struck out 3. I think he comes back home here tonight against a team that's striking out against left-handed pitching at a top 10 rate. And I think he gets over 5.5 here. We're getting that 6 strikeout here tonight for Heaney. So head over to PointsBet or BetMGM. We got it -155 on PointsBet. It's already to -160, and I think that's going to move to 6.5 where the other books are for plus money. So get that one soon.
Yeah, so no wasting any time on that one, for sure. All right, good plays by you and Allie. Props, I'm going to get to you, but before we do, let's take a quick break and hear from one of our partners. All right, we are back. Now, Propstarz, I'm going to put you in the maestro spot, as we normally do, but I've got 4 plays here today, all right? And I'm going to keep you guys on screen. I want you guys' thoughts here, all right? Now, first 3 are going to be college baseball, so feel free to jump in if you like, or just stay out. Either way you want to do. First off, Tennessee Clemson over 11. You've got Clemson, the host of the obviously Clemson Regional. They're the 1 seed. Tennessee's the 2 seed. Both of them won on Friday night. They're in the winner's bracket, facing against each other. Both of them put up runs big time on Friday. I think they're going to do the same thing. Tennessee is very prone to giving up runs in the first inning. Have done it almost all year, especially on the road. So we're going to go with that one. Any thoughts? Anybody? It's going to be a lot of orange.
I'm writing them down, man. I'm writing them down. You guys have been crushing college baseball, so I'm just writing them down and following. I don't really have too much of an opinion.
It was a nice start on Friday for sure, right? And I hope to keep the regionals going. All right, second one here. We rode Maryland yesterday on the money line for the win. We're going to take Maryland Wake Forest over 10.5 here. Now, look, Maryland, one of the best hitting teams in the entire NCAA tournament. Wake Forest, the number 1 team in the country, and they do it by runs, right? Like Maryland hitting as a team over 300. They have the most home runs hit of any team that is in the college baseball regionals here. Wake Forest can just mash over and over and over. We're going to take the over 10.5 on that one. Nice, beautiful day outside. The ball's going to be traveling. Third one we're going to play, Florida on the money line here. Look, they're hosting. It's in Gainesville. Florida is a really good team. They here's the weird thing on Friday. They didn't win at 3-0. And it was actually because the pitcher that they were facing kind of threw so slow that it legitimately threw them off, right? Like imagine that you're Florida, you're in the SEC, right? Like you're facing, number 1 overall pitchers over and over and over. And then now you're seeing fastballs at like 86. You're like, what is this, Greg Maddux? You know what I mean? But Florida, a great hitting team. We're going to take them on the money line. A little juicy there at -165. If you want to find a parlay dance partner with that, I certainly do understand it, but I'm just going to roll with it money line here because it's regionals. You never know what you're going to get. Now, Allie, my last one here. Golden Knights, race to 2 goals, -115. Look, I think Allie absolutely nailed it in terms of what Vegas wants to do here. Yes, Bobrovsky is the best goalie on the planet right now. The dude is not allowing anything. That being said, look, Vegas understands that Florida wants to win games 1-0, 2-1. Like they want to keep this thing tight. They want to keep it low. Vegas, I think the record, they're like 12-0 in their last 12 when they score 3 goals or more. Like they understand their blueprint, and especially against Florida. I think they're going to try to push the pace offensively, and not that Florida can't score. I mean, they got guys too, right? But Vegas is here for a reason, dude. And I'm going to roll with them. Race to 2 goals. All right. It's enough of me yapping. Propstarz, our man. You're in the Propstarz seat. That's what we're going to call it on Saturday. What do you got, buddy?
Let's go, AB. We're slinging K props today, starting with Dylan Cease. Going to fade him under 6.5 strikeouts. If we look at Dylan Cease's swinging strike percentage, it is 10.9%. That is down from 15% last year. Career average of 13.3%. Contact percentage is way up as well, 76.3%. It's been hovering around 68% the previous 2 years. He's also getting hit really hard as well. His hard hit rate is up nearly to 49% after being as low as 31% last season. If we look at his velocity, it is down as well. He's facing the Tigers today. He faced them in his last start. I generally tend to think it's an advantage for the batters when they face a pitcher in back-to-back starts as well. He's been held under 7 strikeouts in 8 of 11 starts this season. Detroit, not a particularly tough matchup as far as strikeouts are concerned. They're middle of the pack in K rate. However, they have the 6th lowest K rate since May 1st. So I think it's actually a little bit more difficult of a matchup than it initially appears. So give me Dylan Cease, who's really been struggling this season, under 7.5 strikeouts today.
Under indeed. Let's fade him. Now, I need you guys to hang tight because we're going to play a couple of games here real quick. But first, I want to get the recap up on the screen. And before I do that, I actually want to answer a question in the chat here. Our man JB says, did you guys do a podcast for today's college games? We did not. However, I'm going to talk to the boys right after this show. We will get all of the picks set in and put out on Twitter so that we can get them out there all collectively in one. So no podcast today because obviously it's tough to get everybody together in the morning, but we will have those out for sure. You've got mine right here, and I know that the boys, they have theirs as well. So, yeah, we'll make sure we get that out there so that you can see it. All right, let me get the recap screen up here. Propstarz is on Dylan Cease under 7.5 strikeouts, minus 135. Amags on Dodgers money line, plus 110. Patrick Sandoval under 5.5 strikeouts. Andrew Haney over 5.5 strikeouts. We're going to go Allie on the Golden Knights money line, minus 130. I am on Tennessee and Clemson over 11. Maryland, Wake Forest over 10.5. That's at minus 120. Florida money line, minus 165. And then I'm also going to go on the Golden Knights race to 2 goals, meaning if you've never bet it before, they have to score 2 goals first in the game. And that is priced at minus 115. Okay. Now, before we get out of here, what we like to do every Saturday, all right? I'm going to put on the screen here. This is the algorithm built to show the top 5 of SportsLine simulations of who's going to hit a home run today, Major League Baseball, best chances at stolen bases today, and then pitcher strikeouts, all right? Nothing official, all for fun, but I'm put on the screen. We're going to take a look at it, and we're going to pick a couple that we like. Everybody good? All right, let me get this on the screen here. Boom. Okay, so top 5 today, hit a home run, Aaron Judge, Matt Olson, Kyle Schwarber, Pete Alonso, Fernando Tatis. Top 5 to record a stolen base, Ronald Acuna, Wander Franco again. Our man Wander Franco apparently is going to steal a couple bases today. Starling Marte and Taylor Walls. In starting pitchers in terms of strikeouts, we've got Spencer Strider at 8.66, Garrett Cole at 7.32, Tyler Glasnow at 7, Yu Darvish at 6.84 strikeouts, Christian Javier at 6.32. So let me pull it back here. All right. Does anyone want to go first? And if you don't, I'll go first and make my shot. But anybody?
I'll go first, AB.
Good.
Yeah, I like Tyler Glasnow quite a bit today. My daily K-Prop article comes out Monday through Friday. It actually debuted this past Thursday. If you read it yesterday, we had Tyler Glasnow over 5.5 strikeouts. The game got delayed, washed out, so that is going to run today. I like him again today, obviously, for a lot of the same reasons. When this guy is on the field, he is as talented and his stuff is as filthy as any starting pitcher. His strikeout metrics are absolutely off the charts. Looked really good in his first start as well. Swinging strike percentage, all the metrics that I look for certainly appear to be in the right direction. Just a matter of if he's going to play 5 innings. If he's going to pitch 5 innings or he's going to face at least, I think, 20, 21 batters, he has an excellent chance of striking out 6 batters, even in somewhat of a tough matchup against the Red Sox. Love Tyler Glasnow today.
Okay. All right. Allie, anything. And again, if there's nothing you like, you don't have to say anything. And it's not an official play, but anything that you see on the board here on the top portion for today that you do like?
I will say my mind's kind of on hockey today, but I will kind of lean towards Kyle Schwarber going there. I just think the Phillies yesterday, that was a pretty big upset, especially them kind of getting back so close. So I think if anything, I mean, I know it's lefty on lefty matchup there, but if anything, I think that'll kind of help Kyle Schwarber get in. But I think the Phillies bring in some more runs tonight.
All right. I like it. Mags, what are you looking at, bud?
So I agree with Proppy on Glasnow. The only thing that sucks about him is that the game isn't out there.
Game, right?
It's game 2, so the game isn't populated yet. At least, on the books I'm looking at. If you have it, I would definitely take his over. I liked him yesterday. If you read my article on SportsLine, so I would even take that game Rays money line there. They don't have another pitcher opposing him yet, so do like that one. Garrett Cole, I would go under. I think he's really going to struggle against the Dodgers today, but I will say, to the point of his strikeouts, we saw Glasnow strike out 8 Dodgers in his debut. So this team definitely has some potential to strike out versus right-handed power pitchers like that. So, and then Wander Franco, my only thought was maybe it populated like that just because he's a switch hitter. I'm not sure. Maybe he just did that, but that's interesting. He's been running, man, running. I would not be surprised if you see him go again today. And anything over, plus 200, plus 220, I like for him on a stolen base.
Yeah, I like it, dude. And I'll say this: if anybody has college props, like I'm in the state of Tennessee, and we college props are illegal; they don't allow them. But if you have college baseball props, TCU, this team is the greatest base stealing college team I've ever seen in my life. If they get on first, they're taking second. It's no question. Like, we think Ronald Acuna can steal bases. No, this whole team just yaks on stolen bases. So if anybody
awesome.
I don't even know if it's available, but dude, they just turn innings into 2 runs into 6 just because they're always in scoring position. All right, lastly, I'm going Matt Olson here. He was terrible yesterday against the Diamondbacks, just completely awful. And that's why I absolutely like him today. Coming from the other side here, I'm going to roll with him. I'm going Olson to hit a bomb. All right. That's it. Oops, I hit the wrong button here. All right, there we go. All right, anybody have anything left before we go? Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Yeah, pop it up. What you got, Max?
So real quick, one thing I did want to say, I saw a couple questions in the chat. You see the hat, and this might be where the questions are coming from. Yuri Perez, I love this kid. Young, nice, just a young, great arm. And I think getting back home here today, one thing I would add in, maybe we can throw it on the recap screen after. I know some of you can't get the Heaney play, but Yuri Perez, 4 or more strikeouts, and the Miami money line, it's minus 145 on DraftKings. I just played it.
Nice. That's an old school Florida Marlins hat, too.
Yeah, man.
Ivan Pudge Rodriguez style, dude.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Josh Beckett style.
Oh, dude, Josh Beckett, man. Nice. Props, what are we going to say?
Yeah, 2 NBA plays already out ahead of game 2. Really looking forward to breaking down that game tomorrow morning here on this stream. Cannot wait. I think there's going to be some big adjustments from both sides. Very likely I will have at least an additional play, possibly 2. But yeah, if you are a SportsLine subscriber, you have my notifications on, already put up 2 NBA props for that game, likely going to be a couple more, and we will break that game in full tomorrow morning as well.
I can't wait for it. Now, I'll say this. You could go ahead and count me in on Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes. I'm going back to the well in every game. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. It's always at 1.5. It's always at plus money. He hit 3 out of 4 in the Lakers series, 3 out of 6 in the Suns series, and 3 out of 5 in the Timberwolves series. It's always at plus money. And usually it's at plus 90. Lately, it's been plus 140 because people have caught on to it. But yeah, I'm riding that one for sure. Props. I can't wait for that. When's the next time you're on HQ? Any idea?
I believe next week, AB. Thank you, AB. Appreciate that.
Yep. Doing a ton of fun. Allie, anything before we go? Final word to you.
Go Nuggets. And go Nuggets.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. We will be live Sunday morning, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.